Okay, round two. Let's look at the results of round one. Looks like we're getting streamed. I've combed through these a bit already, but here's the results of round one. And I'll just scroll down. Just to show, pause the video if you want to see them. Here's the standings. Once again, I will scroll very quickly, so I'll pause the video. And we are on table 5. There were 10 people who swept, so there's 10 people at 6 points. And I am playing against Intelligence, who is playing another Ob, and a Cabo. Depending on what this Cabo's on, we should be... it could be an interesting match. Yeah, it'll be an interesting match. If they get their Rozekis out early, we can have issues. If they have Rozeki, because some crazy people, namely Metabreaker Wu, is cutting Rozeki, which makes a lot of sense in every case except for the case where you're against a Drago deck. So, yeah, should be a fun game. We are on stream. I do have the stream open on the 4th tab, but obviously I won't be going on there. Also, it's muted. Anyways. But yeah, we're against Ob. In the first game, we're not against Ob. In the first game, we're against Cabo. So we get to figure out this Cabo first. Again, if we get going early, we can keep them in lock, and that'll be pretty tough for them. Looks like my audio is good. We're recording, so yeah, again, not going to be too much talking from me. If I talk, it'll just be for myself. Cabo. I'm just going to get a piece of paper ready in case I need to write notes. I should have it. Okay. Still waiting on timer. I guess I could start and then we can check out our hands first. So let's do that. Okay. So again, no Drago, mulligan the hand, and that's almost always true because it's like it's appealing to start with Mausolus Funhouse, and then we have like attitude adjustment to draw and shuffle back the Bologna. But we'd rather just mulligan and get Drago. Like it's actually kind of straightforward in that sense for the mulligan period. Okay. Yeah, so we're gonna mulligan this just because we don't have Drago. We mulliganed into a better hand, I guess. Like, it is better because we have 2 pieces of ice, attitude adjustment, 2 dead cards, which are fine to have. But no Drago. That's unfortunate. Hopefully we can top deck Drago. If we can top deck Drago, that'd be ideal because we can install Mausolus on the remote, install Drago in the remote, and put a Turnpike somewhere. Maybe even on the remote. Depending on what kind of Wu we're against. Like, we might be... Like, there was... I believe... Who played it? Like, Big Unit played a Wu with APAC in it a while back. So, if we're on APAC, that would kind of suck. This is the case where I top deck Drago and put it in the remote and double ice it, that is. Oh, okay, we're good to start. All right, here we go. IP block. Fine. Let's draw click 1. Again, looking for Drago. Let's Turnpike HQ because they might poke HQ. And we can IP block R&D is fine. It looks like we're flooded here. So they might poke. I hope they do. Although most Shaper players won't do that. Okay, we are on Reaver. Okay, so I need to trash the pawn shop. I need to get our Drago down pronto. It's not ideal. There's that. We pitch an early archive memories. I think we do because we want to keep the attitude in hand. Yeah, like our tempo is a bit tough here. So yeah, we're gonna pitch the early archive memories. Harbinger spec work. Yeah, like we gotta draw our Drago. Oh, come on. Like install double advance is so slow. Thank you. We have to bounce. What are we doing? We're probably market forces next turn. We could ice R&D. Our hand is clunky here. The Eula is very important. We don't want to just throw the Eula out there. We just take $1, honestly. Take $1. Pitch the attitude adjustment. These are all really important cards. They're getting their money up. But we have our Drago. The first Drago is always the most important one. Because now our archive memories are active. So now like trashing archive memories was bad. But what can you do? Oh, we're running? Oh, we're so good. Okay, hang on. I gotta do this like right away. So we can't just give him a tag and then think about it. So let's self-growth, the endurance, and probably the pawn shop just to stop them from having money. I think that like makes the most sense. Or it could be the Reaver, but it's gonna be the pawn shop. We needed that. Another stream entered. Large mouse. Interesting. That's good. Oh, we're staying tagged. Can I draw All-Seeing Eye, please? Please? No, we can't. One can dream. I could trash, or I could double advance market forces for a bunch of money. and give them the triggers. Because this will... First time you trash an installed card. Huh, okay. So I could like trash. I could like trash pawn shop, install NGO advance. It's probably good. Or we could just play the market forces. Oh, wait, what am I doing? What am I doing? I can just market forces and trash. They get a Reaver draw off the daily cast trigger. But if we keep them off pawn shop, we win the game. They could slam boat here and run the remote. But then another Drago just comes down. Ideally, we want to get a funhouse on the remote. They forgot to clear their tag last turn, eh? That's what that was. Click for credits creative makes sense. Let's go... Hedge fund, advance, give you a tag, gain 2. Next turn we put the funhouse on the remote, and then the remote is pretty hard to run. They have to get their misdirection out. But if they're running through funhouse Mausolus to get to the Drago, and then they're misdirecting, they will be behind in that trade. And if we get the funhouse on the remote, we don't need to res the Mausolus. If we don't have the money, that is. If we have the money, we'd love to res it. I'm gonna keep drawing. I'm just gonna keep tagging them rather than NGOing, because I could also install it advance NGO instead of double advance Drago. That'll get our money up, but I'd rather just make them clear tags every turn, because they don't have drip right now. So let's milk as much value as we can out of this period of the game. The other thing that's important to note here is Endless Eula is really good against boat. So we want to put it on the remote. However, since I've committed the funhouse on the remote, I probably am not going to also put a Eula there. So depending on how this game goes, well, yeah, like this remote should just be good enough. And then our Eula can just go elsewhere. And we should just be able to completely like destroy everything they have before scoring. Because if we don't destroy everything they have before scoring, then we might have to triple advance the Mausolus, which is going to be slow. Okay. That protects you from boom. A boom I don't have. Yeah, everybody's playing boom tech, right? Like, I don't want to trash this. I'm not going to, like, double advance Drago and trash this. Like, that's so bad. Drawing self-growth is good. Do I take a turn off? There's no reason to, right? I could triple advance Drago. Pitch. Funhouse? It's a possibility. I could just throw it on Archives. No, Funhouse is a bad ice to throw on Archives. Okay, let's take a turn off. But the NGO is so good. We need the money. Yeah, because they might challenge. If they don't challenge this, then I'm kind of okay with that. Like, if they don't challenge the remote, then I'm okay with that. If they do challenge the remote, I need the money so I can res Funhouse Mausolus. It's kind of unfortunate that they have, like, a face-down Harbinger here, because, like, our degree mills are only half as good. Just trying to think what responses they might have. Because they have to challenge. Like, they're probably going to challenge this. We just put another one in. It's really good for us. Install boat, run the remote. That's the title of the runner deck. Anybody notice? Install boat, run the remote. Yep, they're thinking about installing boat and running the remote. What ice could I have? You'll get in. And then I'll just reinstall it. And then you'll get in. It's not going to be pretty, though. Also, this deck is really hard to play against. Like, it's not not in the sense of hard because it's really good, but like I think it is that. But also, it's just hard to find lines. Should probably make sure I didn't disconnect. I should be okay. Oh. Oh, okay. Yeah. Come on in. Come on in. The water is nice. And the programs grow. The water is nice and the programs grow. That's what's going on. Now, is next turn self-growth install advance? Probably. Yeah, probably. Or we just take $1 so we can res our ice. Install daily casts. Or Earthrise. Okay, that's fine. Okay, that works. Now I could jam here, or I could archive them for Drago. I probably jam, because they have to clear this tag still, right? So they clear the tag, they go to 0, and then if we top deck our one hard-hitting news, we would play that, I guess. Clear tag. Because you're scared what I could do with one tag, even though I don't have it. Oh. Oh, they had 2 clicks. Oh, I was looking at their credits for some reason. I thought they had 1 click, but I thought they had 2 clicks before they installed the stone shit, but they had 3. Okay. Discard 2, and then we're just going to jam Bologna here. Simulchip Deep Dive. Okay. Okay, we don't care about Beth. And we don't need Rashida because we're in Drago mode right now. Once you find the first Drago, Rashida doesn't do anything. We might milk the market forces depending on how the turn goes. Like we might go advance, give tag, gain 2, and then double advance. And then next turn we can double advance, give 2 tags, and then market forces for 6. Again, depending on how the turn goes. Like surely they don't install a resource we want to trash here, because they should know that this is Drago. So there shouldn't be any resources that I want to trash. Yeah, so I imagine next turn won't, like nothing will happen next turn. In which case I will just do what I said, and we'll have to pitch a card. Which is unfortunate, but at this point, the Eula's going to stay in hand, because Eula is very important in this matchup. Funhouse Mausolus could go. One of the two. Or the top deck. If we draw, like, Attitude Adjustment. SMC. What's that doing for us? We can run the remote, and then we can SMC for Misdirect. Use Misdirect? I'd be okay with that. But then we don't have an agenda to follow up that play. So that would work out for them, because we don't have an agenda right now. But if we had an agenda, that would be the punish. Oh, but I could draw for the agenda, actually. Oh, what's happening here? Is that the play? This is all firing. We're taking a tag, taking a net. And then we're going to use $2 off the overclock and $1 off the overclock to trash Drago. I think I'm happy drawing here. Nice. Fire? Okay, so yeah, so we're taking a tag, and then we're going to SMC for Misdirect. But again, they have no drip, so I can just jam this to Green Mail. They shouldn't run. And I also have Subliminal now, which is really good. Is this firing? Yes, it is. What do we lose? Begalter! That's a hit. That's 4 influence as well. That bad boy's 4 influence. We're spending 4 influence on Begalter? Yeah, I guess I'm playing Ika and Nanotech, and like neither of those are ideal, so. They pop SMC for Misdirect before accessing, which they have to. They trash the Drago, Misdirect a bunch of tags, and we will go ahead and jam this to Greeno. That makes sense. Clear 3. If I drew Bologna, that'd be ideal. I think I am just going to jam this. Tell them no worries. Pitch the Turnpike because they have a Begalter installed. I could have played this turn a little slower, but our money's not amazing. We want to take advantage of any window we get because they could very easily climb up in credits in a turn because they have 3 gambles and 3 creative commissions, right? By the way, of which they've played 3 gambles and 2 creative commissions. So there's only 1 creative left. Yeah. I really hope the internet is freaking out right now because I want everybody to be on the ban Drago train because I don't like this card. You should not be able to give tags to the runner in an uninteractive way. Like when Siu came out, I didn't like Siu. And Siu requires a trace 3. Like this doesn't even require a trace. It's insane. Insane. Draw, Aesop's creative. Okay, so let's score. And we should win now. Have we seen a barrier breaker? No. Market Forces is still good until we find our back room. So we should keep the Market Forces. I think Funhouse loses a lot of value. Yeah, let's pitch the Funhouse. Funhouse isn't that good anymore once they have Misdirection installed. So we're okay ditching that. Ooh. That's good against the Turnpike. We're still res. It costs 2. So I pay 2, you pay 2. I'm okay with that. Picking up creative. Or actually, they have the last creative in hand. They're probably not. Oh, no, they played it. What am I talking about? Yeah, they should be picking up creative here. Install daily cast, play creative. Seems strong. Let's go install, take a credit. We can't res the IP block, but we'll set it up. Pretend like it matters. We have 1 credit here. So this card isn't a threat, but we don't want to draw yet. We want to draw at the start of the turn. We have 1 Drago left. We have 1 Archive Memories left, and we have 1 backroom. So we'll probably pop the Spin Doctor for, like, it's probably 2 Archive Memories. Oh. Okay. Nice. The backroom snuck through. They don't know that this is in the deck yet. So let's keep this a secret for now. For as long as we can. There's 4 agendas in the deck. Conduit can be an issue here. Conduit can be an issue. Bit quick on the breach there. Sorry, would you like to fire? Yeah, I don't want to. Because I want to shuffle the deck at the start of my turn. Maybe popping is correct though, because I can get Archive Mems back. Oh, there's Drago. That sucks. Okay, so that's an issue. Yeah, I should have fired the spin, actually. It's a mistake. Can we go credit, IP block? Or we just click for 3, actually. And I can just, like, throw all this tag punishment out. All-seeing could be good, but Market Forces is going to be better. We're not going to have money for Endless Eula. But yeah, it's just going to be Market Forces, All-Seeing Eye. Because once you have Backroom in your hand, no other tag punishment is better. So we can just discard all of it. There's no Dragos left. We have 3 spins, though. And 2 Archive Mems. So we just need to weather this Conduit. Okay. There's no news teams. Then we run R&D, and we have to pay boat counter. And then next turn I put a second IP block up. We're bleeding. Actually, I think I purge next turn. Yeah. Third card? Fourth card? Nothing. That's really good for me. It's really, really good for me. There's 4 agendas in there. Like they have good odds here. But this means that they're an HQ, right? So you should run HQ and spend $2. Spend $3. Or actually, we'll spend your bow counter and $2. Because I'm gonna res the IP block, go to 0, purge. I'm happy with that. Very happy with that. I wonder what they accessed. 1, 2, 3, 4. They know the next 4 cards. Surely they run HQ here. They know the next 4 cards. And I need to shuffle back Archive Memories. Yeah, so they run HQ. So where's IP block? I need to shuffle back Archive Memories because Dragos can get trashed, Archive Memories cannot. We're going to boat this. We have to, right? Because otherwise you pay 2 and you can't break the turnpike? Yeah. Oh wait, we can't break the turnpike anyways. What is this run? Wait, what? Oh, they were going to boat the turnpike. That's so good for me. Oh, and I drew Archive Memories. That's also quite good for me. Okay, let's purge. Let's get the Market Forces out of here. We don't need that. Next turn we can... Because we're never going to get Subliminal back. If they play correctly, we should never get Subliminal back. Because they should run Archives for a bow counter. So we're going to be credit short next turn to jam Drago. Because we need $2 to double advance Drago and play background. That's a barrier breaker. That doesn't do anything, though, because we know the next 3 cards of R&D. So if they run and charge Conduit, I'll just purge. I think they just installed that and then realized that that was a bad install. The question is, if they want to take it back, do I let them? It's tough. It's tough. Pay 1? get 1 counter. But then, yeah, like I'm probably gonna like credit IP block archives. And then they have to like pay a bunch of money to get through this IP block, which I'm okay with. Oh, I like this. They're convinced there's agendas in HQ, and there should be. Then they pay another 2, and then they get back a creative. Right? Did they play the last creative? Yeah, they did. So they should get back a creative here. Okay. What does that do? Oh, it's like money off the pawn shop? Fine. Okay. They know the next 2 cards, so if they run R&D, they'll see 2 cards that they know. If I go IP block archives credit, that seems fine. We're just going to block free boat counters. And then from here, I should be able to purge and just play the never advance game with the Drago. And I should be able to win from here. It's been 35 minutes. 33 minutes. Turn 19. Again, it's hard to play against this deck, though. Like, my turns have been going fast, their turns have been going slow, but that's like... I'm not saying that they've been playing slow, like, it's just... Well, like, that's just how this is. When you play against this deck, when you pilot against this R+ deck, the lines are really hard. Okay, so we spin back. I think we draw... oh, okay, that's good for us. How much are we paying? $2 on the trace? I won't boost. And we're paying another $2 on the turnpike. And we're picking up a creative, so it's like a free run. Fine. Pick up creative, play creative. That's the funhouse that they knew was in here. It's very important keeping track of what information they're actually gaining, because if they're not gaining information, they might just think they're whiffing, and they should keep running HQ. They should know the next 2 cards of R&D. This is a bad run. If they let me trace, I'll pay 1. Or actually, I pay 2 and I give them a tag. And then I gain 2 back. So letting me trace is a horrible play. Okay, so they have to, yeah, so they have to vote. And then they just see 2 cards that they know. No. Archive memories. I could spin Doctor back 2 archive memories. Archive mem, Drago, install Drago. Yeah, let's do it. I could purge here, but that's a little boring, I think. Okay. That's a click they're not spending running. They can't break this Mausolus right now. Like, is that what the simulchip's for? They're gonna simulchip. Oh, Ngolo's the last card in their hand. That's a weird install. Like, what are we getting with the simulchip? Like, we're getting Harbinger? because we think the game's going to go on for another turn, which is a very reasonable assumption. If you don't have backroom machinations in mind, which a lot of people won't the first time playing this deck. But now I'm on stream, so everybody will know. But it's fine. I'll be hopefully in a good spot by the time people know the list. Gotta watch our time here, though. We have 28 minutes left. 27 minutes left. Okay. Fire. Okay. So this is risky because they see 3 fresh cards and there's 4 agendas, but they do need to access 3 out of the 4 agendas. So I think odds are still on my side. Yeah, they were about to ask if I have action. I don't. Okay, they stole. They paid 5. That's very important. So it wasn't Degree Mill. If it was Degree Mill, it would have been much better for them. But them having to pay 5 means that if they run again, I can boost the trace and kick them out. Okay, and we win. GG. Runner, round 2, table 5. Okay, what is this person doing? We gotta go. We could do better than this. That's fine. So beautifully played, Draco Trap. Okay, playing it slow is what we want to see. We want to play 3 cards on our turn, so let's draw a card. Let's Laundry Archives, install Tapworm, and install... we want to play 2 cards here. Okay, let's wait on the Tapworm. Let's go... Rizeki, Pad Tap, credit. Yeah, we want to get the Rizeki down first before we get our Tapworm. We could get punished by an Archives Ice here. I think that's very unlikely. But if it happens, then our hand is suddenly very clunky. So maybe that was a risk I did need to take. What is that? I'll run an NGO. Yeah, okay. We want them to have money, right? So we can Tapworm. But then they just purge. But that's a turn that we get, so it's fine. Like, ideally, you want to install Tapworm when they have 5 cards in hand, and then they Mando draw and go to 6, and then it's awkward to purge. Because when they have 4, they Mando draw, go to 5, and then they can purge, and they don't have to discard. But it looks like they're not purging anyways, which is really good for us. Words cannot explain how good that is for us. I've got the Stone Ship in hand. Is this going to be the second combo ob in a row? Okay. That's fine. We don't care about that. We just won't install Stone Ship here so that it doesn't get above the lot. So let's just do this, take a credit, and see if they have action. Through a Spin Doctor. And they don't, so we will draw. It wasn't Rashida. So it is above the law. Trash 2 pet depth, take $1. Fine. Beth could get above the law. I'd rather that not happen. Misdirection's cool. You know what? This is fine. We'll just install 2. Wait again. And draw. Yeah, if they score above the law here and we lose Beth, and it turns out they're not combo ob, and they're just like rush ob, then we might run into some issues. A Zeef protocol. Okay. Into the depths diesel. That sucks. They lost the ice on the remote. Okay. Yeah, if we had boat, we could have challenged it, but we didn't. We kept the deep dive. Or not the deep dive, the mad dash. That's really good. Okay, let's pop the chart room. Nice. Draw. Let's draw again, because we can pitch the misdirection. Let's install one of these, play creative, and pitch the misdirection. We need to find our boat ASAP so we can start running. Okay. Was that a misclick? We probably have to challenge that. But like they have $5, so what are they rezzing? Right? Let's draw for boat first. I think. Yeah, because we can like rigging up hyperbaric if we don't find it. Okay, fine. Yeah, let's run. Show me your worst. Border control, right? Yeah, border control. Okay. So that fires. They have $2, so they can't score. We can rigging up our hyperbaric. Install the stone ship and play creative, and then end the turn drawing a card. If they don't res Spin Doctor, which they don't. And then we have the diesel in hand. They hit our diesel with the Azif, which is pretty annoying. Because we need to draw for this boat. There's 3 in the deck. So we should find it. Shouldn't be an issue. Oh, okay. I don't care about that. You can have that. Let's diesel. Wow. We can pitch Parisha, I think, before Tapworm. Yeah. Okay, I guess we gotta pop Stone Ship next turn. Which is risky, because that's the 3rd one. So maybe we don't. Let's see what they do. If they put an unknown card in the remote, then I have to pop the Stone Ship. That's gonna suck. Oh. Okay. So they're threatening fast events? I do have Clot in the deck. Okay, so I do have to pop the Stone Ship, because I need to run this. Where is this boat? What? Come on. freak out. Don't freak out. Really? I didn't even draw my breakers either. Like, I just have one hyperbaric. There's an Ika, a paperclip, and 3 boats in the last 14 cards. Wow. Okay. A little late, bud. Okay. Let's think. We don't need money. We need Simulchip. We need Mad Dash. We need Into the Depths, that's 3. So we probably just like install Boat and like Laundry Archives here. Yeah. Just to get a boat counter. What do we lose? Malapert Afshar? Fine. Okay. Daily Cast is too slow. Pad Tap does nothing. Creative Commission, we have to play last click, so we'd rather not use that. And Rizeki is technically a program we can lose to SDS. But I think at this point, if we're stealing SDS, we should win the game anyways. Let's pitch. Yeah, let's pitch the Rizeki. Drew Paperclip. Okay, that's good. So next turn we can install Paperclip, run the remote, and then we should be able to break whatever they have. And then we can Into the Depths the second time, so we can get our Claude on the board. That's really good for us that that's not an agenda. So they have to fast advance here. If they fast advance, they get to search for a card. But I should be able to clot lock them. Oh, and if they don't fast advance, I just steal the agenda. So that works for me too. Unless this is a sentry, and then they pop the border control to install another sentry. That's the only way I don't get in here. Or if they install another sentry right now. Because I can't break sentries at the moment. Unless boat. But we only have 4 counters on boat. Okay, that's fine. 3 cards in the remote. I'm not scared of. Like, what are you on? Oh. Okay. That's fine. We're going to install Aurella. We're going to install a blank card in server 3. Okay. And now we can break sentries. Alright. Show me. Oh, hey, a barrier. So I can let this trash itself and give them a border control, or I could let the border control trash and then let the envelopment trash. So let's do the other way. So let's pay 5. This is how to take advantage of Ob. I explained this in round 1 as well. Is like, they have border control and envelopment. Like, you don't want to have too many copies of envelopment in your deck. Because then you make them pop border control, and they're going to use Ob to search for something, right? And then you hit the envelopment, and then it actually just trashes itself. But if you do it the other way, then they can search for border control again. And I would not like that to happen right now. Because then it's like a double border control remote. Maybe that's okay, actually. But also they could install like a Mausolus, which is pretty annoying. Okay, so now we can Into the Depths. We can boat this, because this cost me 4. And if one boat counter's worth $2, it's good enough, right, Peter? I've said that twice now, but it's actually just like, yeah, shoutouts to Peter H. Did some boat maths for me, and now I follow it. And it's nothing but good maths. Let's pay 4. Let's break 1, 2, 3, 4 in the runs and let it trash itself, because now you don't have an Ob trigger. And let's get in. We're going to gain $4. We're going to install Clot. Life is going to be good. Oh. Sorry. Each time you passed ice this run. Okay, we're gonna redo this. I don't want the $4. That's just habit. Click the $4 first. But I should have clicked the... Yeah. I didn't realize I only get one trigger. Let's vote. Let's pay 4. Install a program from the stack. Let's get the clot. Let's access this card. Let's take that. Let's access... Do I even care about these cards? Because I can just run the remote for the rest of the game. So I don't think I do. Let's just leave it. How do I get punished if that happens? The Mavericks is already in the bin. Surely we don't have 2 Mavericks. Yeah, we're just going to leave these cards. And let's take a credit and draw a card. Seems good. I should be able to run this remote for the rest of the game. We should run a central to get our tapeworm down, but then that overlaps with the clot. So we'll see if they purge here. If they purge, we'll run a central to get our tapeworm down. If they don't purge, we'll probably just play gamble. We discarded a ton of money that turn, right? So what do we have left? Oh, actually we have a decent amount of stuff left. 1 gamble, 1 creative, 1 laundry, 1 daily casts. Oh, we don't have creative. All 3 creatives are here. Yeah, that's fine. I don't care about that. Let's just set up. We could diesel. Diesel and then play 3 cards. We could just draw and play 3 cards. Yeah. That's a good draw. Gamble. Simulchip. Ika. Do we need to show the Ika right now? Probably not. I don't want to commit the MU because we might into the depths for Stargate next turn. So let's just take $1. We'll pitch the diesel here because there's nothing we're drawing for. Yeah. I was just about to say, hopefully we draw Stargate so we don't have to into the depths for it. And I should have said it. I said it in my head. How much time do we have left? 15 minutes? Or 10 minutes? It's not a lot of time. Okay, we can run that. Click 1. Let's pay 3. Popping NGO. Yep, it's fine. We'll access and say no trash. Let's install Stargate. Let's Stargate run. We want to get this game done with, so let's just get the game done with. What is that? Trash a card in HQ if you trash a resource. Sure. You can fire that. I'm not going to boat that every time. Let's get rid of it. I don't care about my Beth. If I don't go for the Stargate line, then I care about my Beth because you're at $16. But now that I'm running R&D and I'm making you res ice, and I'm pressuring you and I'm going to make you res more ice, then Beth is not going to do me that much, so I will just lose it. It's not a big deal. If they draw one, they'll mess up my lat trigger. So if I don't hit an agenda off the Stargate and mad dash it, then I might run HQ to try to steal an agenda or trash something to get a lat trigger. Also, running HQ is just a good thing to do. Gotta watch out for time. It ends at 11:26. 8 minutes. Oh, actually, they have to trash a card in HQ to trigger Sadaka. What am I talking about? Okay, I have to vote that. Give me agenda. Did they rearrange or did they trash? Rearrange. Mavericks, Archer, and SDS. I guess I could get rid of the Mavericks. Yeah. Oh, what the heck? What did I just do? Auto resolve lot 2. Ask. That's a trick. I could trash it and lose Paperclip and Rozeki. Lose Stargate. Just lose Stargate. I'll just simul-chip it. Also, this means they might not ice R&D, and if they don't ice R&D, that's really good for me. Because I can get the SDS, and I can Stargate again. Also, maybe picking up the SDS was the right play, just because we're short on time. Like, I just steal points and just win on time if it gets there. Because now I've like entered big risk territory. Oh. Wait, what? What did you do? Wake up call, HQ credit, and the top card is SDS? Yeah, okay. Install boat. Install Eco. Dash R&D. I'm happy to lose clip here, I think. And then we'll click to draw 2 cards. So we don't die to wake up call for some reason. Oh, actually they can't play wake up call because I didn't trash a card. Play only if Netrunner trash at least 1 corp card. Yeah, I'm at 6 points. I can't lose this game now. Like, there's no way they can score out in 5 minutes unless they really speed up the pace that they play at and something goes really wrong on my end of the board. It's an interesting agenda suite because, like, based off of what we've seen, they might not have what do you call it? Hostile? Because there's SDS, there's Asif Protocol, and there's Atlas. Like, if you play Hostiles, you usually... Yeah, it's tough. Maybe there's only 1 SDS. Maybe that's how that works. And then there's Hostiles. Because if there's no Hostiles, then the Mad Dash is irrelevant. But if there is, then it's very relevant. Yeah, I'm at 6 points now. You can think as long as you want. Okay. Yeah, might as well. Odds are good here, right? I could also run HQ. And deal with an archer. Hostile. There we go. Got it. GG. Long games. Rest of the tournament. All right. 4 minutes left. 2 minutes left, actually. 2 minutes left of the round. We have a 1 hour break now, although I'm posting videos of this afterwards. So if you're watching this, you don't care that there's a break. Yeah, that's good. We're 4-0. There's still games going, so I can't really look at standings right now. Let's try. I'll probably look at standings a bit at the start of next round. So we've got 1 sweep on table 1. Looks like I don't have to report because every judge was watching. And then we don't know what's happening here. So I'm going to be paired against this person who's on outfit or cabo, or against one of these 4 players here if they sweep. It is a 5-round tournament. Let me just double check that. Yeah, it's a 5-round tournament. So no IDs yet. I probably have to sweep round 3, and then we can ID round 4 and 5. That's probably what we'll be going for. I'm really hoping the... Oh, where's the Acme? Oh, the Acme lost. Okay, that's really good for me. That's really good for me, because I think these are bad matchups. This person playing Acme and Sable. Because Acme, if you get set up, and like I have Tapworm, so I can like really slow you down. So there's counterplay for sure, but if I don't find the Tapworms, if I don't find a boat, and I start building boat value, and you can find like all your data wards, like I think if you were watching the stream, I think this person swept Axwill in the first round, and Axwill is playing my 2 decks, I think card for card. Axwill and Ice Prisma are. So both these players are playing my decks, I think card for card, unless I made a change and I didn't tell them about it. Yeah. And Axwill got swept round 1 by this person. And if Acme gets set up and you don't get your boat rolling, or if you don't get your boat sailing, then that can be pretty tough. I can see that being tough. Although, again, I haven't found a bad matchup for Lat yet. So yeah, maybe it's not a worry. And Sable, like if it's a reg Sable, sometimes a reg Crim can do well against the Reality Plus, because the Reality Plus only has 12 ice. And if you ice the remote and install a Drago and don't ice HQ, and they doof you turn 1 and run the Drago, then you lose. So you have to ice HQ, and then you have to ice the remote before installing the Drago. So you need to have 2 ice in your opening hand. And with only 12 ice, that's pretty difficult. So there's the explanation there. Yeah. Hope everybody's enjoying the videos. I will see you in round 3.